There's only one game that I actually care about, and that's the Bills.
College football, this is my bread and butter. This is what I know best. Let's go. That's another cover. What is going on TikTok Live? What's up, Twitch? It is Tuesday, which means it is time for the beer break. We are live here in Las Vegas at 11:07 sharp. I lost track of time, I'll be honest with you guys, because writing some scripts for the power rankings and just general nonsense. I got the Roku screen behind me. I got to change that, but I can't find the remote. So it's just going to be the Roku screen behind me today, I guess. Let me know what you guys are on today. Let's get this thing going. I got to get the scores up here for our friends on Twitch. And let's make sure everyone can hear me. What's going on, Budos? How you doing? Thanks for jumping in, man. Ross, David, Wiley, what's going on, guys? Welcome on into the TikTok side of things. Let me know what you guys are on today. We got a little early action with the Nationals-Phillies. That game goes down in 2 hours. What's going on, Wiley, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better than yesterday, I'll be honest. I don't have the sunglasses on today. I don't have the hat on today. I was actually able to get up and prepare myself for the day today because it was a rough morning yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I went home at 2 p.m. And went and slept the rest of the day because I was rough. But we're here, and I appreciate you guys jumping on in. I was a little upset because our favorite for the for the Yerfie yesterday got rained out. It was the Phillies game. I still like the Phillies game today for the Yerfie, but I think we'll find one as well. I really like overnight apparently the Ballpark Pal got an update last night, and so we're gonna see in a second here. Here we go. We're going to see in a second here all the updates to Ballpark Pal once it actually updates on this thing. There we go. It updated its icons, and it allowed for humidity and pressure systems. So barometric pressure, humidity, both things that can affect the flight of the ball, as well as wind and wind direction. And so Ballpark Pal actually just updated those. So that's going to be good for us to see. A lot of good barometric pressure readings on this thing today, which means we could be in for some overs today. So that's cool. Thoughts on Orioles-Astros over 8? Let's see. TBS game today. That should be Framber Valdez, against Grayson Rodriguez, two guys that can deal it when they're on, and they can get hit when they're not. So all that being said, let's look at this thing. I think I got to move this camera a little bit so I can see this a little better. But yeah, Framber Valdez, Grayson Rodriguez, two guys who can get hit for sure. Valdez a little bit worse on the road than he is at home this year, obviously coming off the no-hitter against the Guardians. But before that, he was really getting shelled. I mean, we're talking 6 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs in his previous 3 games, 2 of those which were away from home. The Orioles returning home after, where were they? Where were they? Mets? No, that's right. They were at home against the Mets. They're staying home. Astros continuing their road trip back east. Grayson Rodriguez, a guy who we expected to be a little bit better coming off his minor league stint. He did look really good against the Yankees, gave up a few runs against the Blue Jays, but he has looked solid. He's looked a lot better, at least, than the first half of the season. I don't know if I love the over 8 in this game, but I do like it. These are 2 teams that can hit the ball really hard. 2 teams whose offenses are connecting right now, the Houston Astros and the Baltimore Orioles. I think 8 is about fair. If you can find it at 8, there might be some edge on the over. Let's check our friends at Unabated, see what they say. I'm sure they'll give us a spread or an edge on this one. Let's see. So Unabated, Houston Astros, there's a slight negative edge on under 8. So going with over 8, if you can find it at -115 is the way to go today. And I agree with it. I think if you can find it at 8, go for it. 8.5, you're going to lose a ton of value. So I like the 8. Let's see. Justin Ellis, what's going on, man? You know it, man. Everyone, jump onto that free Discord. We may or may not, just letting you know, we do have UFC Contender Series tonight. It's fantastic lines for UFC, really good value on UFC. We're going to be having free plays from that. John might even drop his whole card into the free Discord. So if you guys aren't in the free Discord yet and you want some free plays on UFC Contender Series, this is the league and this is the event that we really go off at. John just knows this stuff like the back of his hand. If you're not in the free Discord, that link's in my bio. Just jump into the free Discord. You might have to press and hold the link, open it in a browser, but we're going to be giving away free plays for Contender Series. We're going to start doing more giveaways as we get close to football season. Jump on in and get some free money for that Contender Series tonight. We love UFC. Go Phillies. Yeah, I do like the Phillies in this early one today. Do I think Valdez will get rocked today? I don't think he'll get rocked, but I do like the over in that game. I think he's going to give up 3 or 4. I don't think the Orioles are going to chase him too early. That being said, we're going to check the Orioles team total real fast. I got to do it in a separate window because I don't think Twitch would like it very much if I did that. But 3.5 for the Orioles. Give me the Orioles over 3.5 today. I do like their team total today. We got a couple team totals I think we'll be able to jump on. The Rangers as well. Even though JP Sears is on the mound, I still think the Rangers get the 5 again today. Do I have the Rays against the Cardinals today? This one's tough because the Rays are returning home. They aren't obviously as good as they were in the first half of the season, but the Cardinals throw in Michaelis, a guy who, he's kind of back and forth. He's a little polarizing, but he's usually pretty solid. Facing off against the Rays, who have had a little bit worse of the second half this year than their first half, and they're going against a pretty tough pitcher in Michaelis. They got Eflin on the mound, who's fantastic at home. He's very consistent at home. I think I'm still going to take the Rays money line today. I don't really trust the Cardinals right now, but it's minus 178, which is a little bit too much exposure for me. So I'm either going to take a peek at the team total for the Rays at minus 110 over 4.5, or I'll just toss the minus 178 into a parlay. Tigers money line is the question today. Minnesota's minus 120 on the road. Slight favorites for the Twins in Detroit. Hold on, I got to close out a couple tabs so I keep my refresh rate. Eduardo Rodriguez, the reason a lot of people are going to be taking the Tigers today, and I understand that. The Twins, not a ton of success against Eduardo Rodriguez, as you guys on Twitch are seeing. Rodriguez, one of the better pitchers in the league that did not get traded off of a reeling team. He's been good for 2+ runs in every one of his last five outings. At home, he's gotten rocked a little bit more than on the road, which is pretty interesting. Twins offense, though, not one that I trust entirely. Obviously, their offense has been clicking in these last few games. They were really good last night against Detroit, winning 9-3. I don't trust the Tigers' offense, especially going against Sonny Gray, nearly enough to say bet their money line. But I don't hate if you're thinking of the under in this game. Don't hate it. Totals at 8. Oh, that's weird. Lost my live connection. That was strange. Let me know if there's an issue, guys. We might have an issue with internet or something. But yeah, if you want to take the under 8, I'm fine with that. I don't know if we really have do we have an edge on this thing? Let's see. 8 is the total in the Tigers game. The over actually has a slight edge. That's interesting. All right, let's see. Let's see what's wrong. Is it the internet? Is there something wrong with the internet? Let's find out. No, I guess not. Hold on, let's try this again. Are you guys good? It says I have a good connection. Nope. That's really weird. Well, I guess the Wi-Fi went out. Are you guys on Twitch hearing me? Are you guys on Twitch getting me? Let me know if we have an issue on Twitch. Because on TikTok Live, apparently it's not working. I'm not sure what's going on. Twitch is good. All right, I'll keep talking to Twitch. I'm gonna end this live real quick and jump back on TikTok Live. But it might just be an issue with the Wi-Fi. But if Twitch is good, then we're all set. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Let's see. I'm not sure. Let me know if you guys on TikTok are okay. All right, we could just keep talking on Twitch. Yeah, TikTok for some reason, I have no idea what's wrong with TikTok. I didn't get banned or anything. It just said I didn't have connection. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to do it on Twitch today. But anyway, so we were just talking about this Minnesota and Detroit game. Sonny Gray, Eduardo Rodriguez facing off. I don't hate the under in this. There is a slight edge on the over because a lot of the public is going to take the under on this game. That's probably a stay-away game for me, unless you really like the Tigers and Rodriguez enough. But I just don't trust their offense nearly enough. Okay, I'm just ending the TikTok live. We're just gonna talk on Twitch today. I think that's the way to do it. Let's hold on with me, guys, real quick. I'm just gonna let everyone know. Twitch.tv. All right, here we go. All right, let's do this. All right, so as you guys know, we got Contender Series tonight. I don't really have to advertise that to you guys because, because you guys are already in the club. But we might actually drop a card for Contender Series because, the cards for this past weekend worked so well. Everything was so good this last weekend with UFC and all that and the vibes were so high for UFC, we might just continue doing that. So we'll see what we're gonna do, but it'll be an interesting card for sure. I know there's a lot of value in the Contender Series, so I know John's gonna be on top of that today. We'll probably have a few really good plays for that one. Guys, welcome on in. Thanks for jumping in. Sorry about that. For some reason, TikTok just won't connect to the live, even though the Wi-Fi had a slight blip, and then for some reason, TikTok just refused to connect to the host or to the server. So we're just going to be just doing Twitch today. We need more traffic on Twitch anyway. So share the link, guys. Let people know we're in, and we'll just do this bad boy on Twitch today. Hopefully there's enough FOMO that that we get some traffic on Twitch today. Maybe we get some following as well. That'd be nice. We're up to 37 followers on Twitch, which is great. I really want Twitch to be up there before football season, but either way, days like this might help traffic. Who knows? Let's toss some Big Booty 22 real quick. We Twitch and K/. I appreciate it, man. Hey, any of you new guys jumping in, I appreciate the follows. Just drop a follow. This will be where most of our lives will live as we go forward, too. So just jump on in now, follow now, and this is where a lot of our lives, we're going to do some exclusive Twitch lives as well. So this is where a lot of those lives are going to live. So I'm glad you guys are jumping in, though. I appreciate that. No, I didn't get banned, Justin. The Wi-Fi had a blip for some reason, and I think that made an issue with TikTok, and so for some reason it just wouldn't connect from our Wi-Fi to the TikTok server. There was some issue with that. That's the message it was giving me, and it just refused to go back on when I tried to refire the live. So we're just doing Twitch today, and we got a bunch of people on the Twitch. So North Sports, does it feel like the dogs are coming out today? Yeah. Tigers and D-backs. You have 50% boost on Phillies and Nats. We need to play on that. I'll grab a play on that as well. So the Tigers, I kind of like. I'm probably staying away from that today. Diamondbacks, I don't trust one bit. Yes, they're going to have to get a win. At some point, they're going to have to get a win. I don't know if today is it against the Dodgers. I like that they're returning home, but let's remember there are systems in play that talk about fading teams when they're returning home from a road trip, especially one where they lost so many games. That all being said, Urias has been really brutal away from home this year. You guys, it's only on Twitch today, so you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this ERA for Urias away from home. 7.88 ERA away from home. 2-5 away from home. He was fantastic against Oakland, decent against Toronto. That was a quality start. But then before that, he had a good game against the Mets, but, I could probably be serviceable against the Mets right now. But really rough game against the Orioles. It's been a rough season from him away from home. This is a Diamondbacks team that invested in their team at the trade deadline and has not won a game since. So this is a big spot for the Diamondbacks to come back. I would not take the Dodgers minus 165. All this being said in this game, I don't hate the Diamondbacks play today, but I don't love it either, just because I really don't trust them to be able to win right now. Speed Demon, thanks for tuning in, guys, and thank you for the follows, guys. If you guys are new in here, if you could hit that follow button, I really appreciate it. Mariners money line, let's see. I told you I don't trust the Padres right now. I love the Dodgers yesterday. I should have taken them. It's my own fault. Logan Gilbert, Nick Martinez, pretty even pitching matchup. Nick Martinez, if I'm not mistaken, a little worse away from home. Yeah, a little worse away from home than he is at home at Petco Park. But he's also, a guy who is going to probably only get 2 or 3 innings in this game. So we have a Padres potential bullpen game, and probably pretty assuredly a bullpen game. So now we go to our handy-dandy notebook over here, and we say, all right, San Diego Padres sitting at a 3.80 ERA with their bullpen. That's top 10 in the league. That's a solid ERA. And they're going against Logan Gilbert on the road. I do like Seattle as a slight favorite here today. Do we have any edge on that is the question. Where are you? Where's this game? Here it is. No edge at all on either side of it. Here it is on unabated. So no edge on this game, which is really interesting. Just straight up -110, +110. And ESPN has it at -120. Obviously, if you line shop for the Mariners, you're going to get a little bit of better of a line on that. But if you can grab the Mariners at -110, I'm fine with it. I do like it. I don't trust the Padres right now. Nationals-Phillies was the other game you guys asked about. We need an angle on this game. I have my book open in a different window so that you guys can't see it because I don't know if Twitch likes that or not. Just looking for lines. But I do have BetUS open in a different window. I'm looking for team totals in game 1 here if I can find it. Where is it? There's game 1. Phillies are at 5.5. I don't love that. Phillies spread I don't hate in this game. Facing Trevor Williams, they should get 3 runs against Williams, but their first 5 team totals at 3.5. I'm not touching that at all. I like the year fee in this game. I don't know if that's a bet for you guys, if that's something you can do with the boost. But I would probably just say take the Phillies spread, depending on how good the boost is, but probably just Phillies run line. 20 people on Twitch. This might be our most watched Twitch so far. Unfortunate circumstances, but I'll take it. Let's see. So we do like the Phillies in game 1. I like the Phillies spread in game 1. The total's making me a little nervous. We'll see if we have any edge on the spread at all. Oh, there's a weird hold in this. Yeah, if you get the Phillies at -190, that's crazy. For the spread, if you can get it at -105, you have a massive advantage on the spread. That is Superbook. That's Westgate Superbook. This icon you guys are looking at over here. If you can grab Phillies run line -1.5 at -105, that's big, And there's also a weird hold on this. So there's a hold you could take advantage of, but that's a whole different strategy we don't have to talk about right now. That's betting both sides and trying to get a middle. Let's see. Yeah, there's slight value on the over 8.5, but I don't think betting the over in this game is the right way to do it, especially with Zach Wheeler on the mound. I'll probably leave it alone. But I think the spread is the way to go in this game. Cubs Club Blake, let's do it, man. Let's have a day. Thank you guys for joining. 21 viewers. How about it? Look at us. Let's see. What did I just do? I just hit something wrong. I don't know what I just did. There we go. Hit that button by accident. All right, what else do we got? Marlins and Reds. Another game I'm staying away from. We liked the Reds yesterday. They won. But we also were not really sure about what was going to happen in that game, and that was nothing more than a lean for me. So I can't take credit for that at all. Like, that was literally just, hey, maybe the Reds win this game, but I'm staying away from it. The Marlins and the Reds going back at it today. 2 offenses that we do not trust right now. This is probably another stay away game. And I got to say, do not take the Marlins at -155 at all right now. Like, this is another team that has not won since the trade deadline. When's the last time they won a game? Last time they won a game was on August 2nd against Philadelphia. And that was us Phillies fans remember that game all too well because that was Trey Turner missing an easy ground ball at shortstop and blowing the game for the Phillies, and the game goes in the 12th inning. So the last game they actually deserved to win was last month. Probably going to stay away from this one again today. These are just 2 teams that are not playing well right now. there's better value on the board. This Cardinals-Rays game is really interesting to me, and I just touched my screen physically with my finger, thinking that it would show you guys that. So I'm not used to that not being a touchscreen, I guess. This Cardinals-Rays game is weird. Rays minus 178 makes sense to me. There's a slight edge on it, but not a ton really. Michaelis on the mound, a guy who, he's solid. He's a solid pitcher. Guy who can really get it done, really deal, especially against righties. His road ERA is fine. It's good. He's been really solid these last few games. He got lit up his last game on the road, which is a little promising. I don't think the Cardinals win this game because I just don't trust them right now, and I don't think this is a game that you can really back their offense, especially against Eflin, who has been fantastic at home recently, and the Cardinals team that is going on the road after really not a great homestand. Meanwhile, the Rays seem to be finding a little bit of their offense on the road stand. They put up 20 runs in 3 games, but one of those games was only 2 runs, but 20 runs in 3 games at Detroit, and they come back home, a place where they thrived the first half of the season. Didn't look fantastic at the beginning of the second half of the season, but Eflin is Eflin at home right now. I'm going to back the Rays probably just as a parlay piece. Astros O's, we like the over 8. I wouldn't say take over 8.5. Atlanta off of a tough loss last night against the Pirates. We got Yanni Chirinos and Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller, a guy whose name was a little bit bigger earlier in the season, but you're going to see right now they haven't exactly, the results haven't exactly been there second half of the season. I got to move it up a little bit more for you guys so you could see it. There we go. All right, there we go. 8 runs in 6 innings, 6 runs in 5 innings. Pitched a decent game against the Phillies, but they still lost 2-1 and then got lit up by Milwaukee. So returns home against a Braves team that had an hour off because of the weather delay last night, and then couldn't really get the offense going after that. They still hit for us though, which was nice. Let's see. I'll look at that question in 1 second. It's way too many lines for me to read while I'm doing this. I do like the Braves today. I think the price is okay for me. Oh, please don't do this to me. Sorry, guys. My internet's really weird right now. I don't know what's wrong with the internet this morning, but I think we're okay. I do like the Braves today at minus 165. It is a pretty good price. I don't know what kind of edge we have on this thing. Slight negative edge at minus 154. If you can get it around minus 150 today, go for it. But that's another parlay piece again today. Lord Pingman, is there any way on any of the sportsbooks apps that you can look like to see the money line with all the over-under with Mecha to watch it? Okay. I think... I honestly, I can't understand what the question is. Let's see. Is there anyone on any of the sportsbook apps that you can look at, see the money line with all the over-unders? Oh, I don't know that. This is the tool I use to, if you're talking about line shopping, this is the tool I use for line shopping. If you're talking in the sportsbooks themselves, I can't really answer that. I know that sportsbooks like BetUS have it all in one place, but it just depends how big your screen is. But yeah, this is in terms of line shopping, this is exactly what I use to line shop, which is unabated. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's just go down this list. I'm just going to give myself a rundown here. Nationals and Phillies. I'm staying away from talking about this second game in general because I don't know what the first game is going to look like. I don't know what the weather is going to look like. I know it's going pole to pole. It's going to be going left to right today, the wind. I know the humidity and the barometric pressure are going to be good for this thing as we check the new updates on the on Ballpark Pal. You look at Citizens Bank Park right here. Barometric pressure is going to be good, and I know it's not saying humidity, but it's the day after it rained in the Northeast. It's going to be humid. Wind is going pole to pole, left to right, and we have a lefty up for the Trevor Williams is going to be pitching the first game for the Nationals, which means the Phillies, or he's a righty rather, which means the Phillies lefties are going to be have an advantage in the matchup, and the wind is going from left to right, so that's going to be helping the lefties a little bit more, just slightly. So I like that, and then you switch it in the second game where you have Ranger Suarez, a righty, going against Gray, a lefty. So now you have the rules reversed a little bit. But I do want to see how this first game plays out, and then we'll address the second game. But I don't think I want to talk about it. Schwarbaum, yeah, I think Schwarber hits a home run, and he might get it in the first inning, man. These guys feast when they have doubleheaders, and they like to they like to hit it hard in game one. So I think Schwarbaum and maybe even a leadoff home run, honestly. Maybe he gets it leadoff. But I think Schwarbaum in the Yerfie is what we're going to be looking at today. Let's see. Let me make sure. Cubs and Mets. This is a game I missed entirely yesterday. I thought the Cubs were going to destroy. Instead, the Mets show up with their, that offense that can hit. Actually, who got the home run last night for the Mets? Because we said someone was going to homer last night for the Mets, and I forget who I said it was. Alonso homers, it might have been him. He homered in the first. That's funny. Yeah, I thought someone on the Mets was going to get a home run last night, and I just don't think I made a pick on it, but oh well, we'll try again today. Jameson Taillon, Carlos Carrasco, both guys who are not prone to giving up home runs, but aren't the best. Pete Alonso had 2. Man, that's big game for Polar Bear. These are 2 guys who don't give up a ton of home runs, aren't exactly prone to giving up home runs, but they will, and they can. Jameson Taillon in a larger sample size this year has given up more hits, but you can't really draw a line between these 2 guys. Now, this is where we look at the splits. Let's see. Didn't mean to do that, but we'll just do this. Let's look at the splits, lefties versus righties. So Cubs are right down the middle, hitting .257 against lefties and righties. Their OPS is about the same, so that that doesn't really give us an edge on this game. The Mets, meanwhile, we'll look at their splits versus lefties and righties. Oh, boy, I really hope my internet doesn't mess with me today. Slightly better against righties, but obviously not fantastic either way. Their OPS is marginally better than with righties against lefties, but still not enough for me to say, hey, this team has a massive advantage in this. Now we look at the weather in this game, where's Wrigley? Where's Wrigley on here? Am I missing something? Oh, it's not Wrigley. We're in New York today. We're looking for City. Good pressure, good wind, plus 13% expected home runs. I think I got to take the Cubs here just because they've been the better team, more consistent team since the break. I know they got beat last night, but I can't expect their offense to stay down. And at minus 135, that's a good price. I think I'm going to take the Cubs today to try to split this series and create a rubber match in Game 3. Royals and Red Sox. Red Sox winning by way of a grand slam last night. Brady Singer and Cutter Crawford. Cutter Crawford, as you guys know. Dude, there goes my internet again, man. What is this? I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. My internet just crapped out. Let's see. Are we still online over here? I think we're still online. No drop frames on here. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. This is ridiculous. The internet's messed up today. Sorry, guys. I don't know if we're back yet or not, but the internet is just really messed up today. OBS looks okay, but our chat here doesn't look good. Jeez, man. This is absurd. Do we just not have internet right now? Let's see. So my Twitch, my monitoring Twitch. Okay, yeah, my monitoring Twitch channel is. It looks like we're okay. I know we're in and out, man. Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with the internet today, but it looks like we're back. Thanks for staying in, guys. I appreciate it. Internet's just messing with us today. Royals and the Red Sox we were talking about. We're just going to try to get through as many of these as possible before it really screws us over. But let's see. Brady Singer, Cutter Crawford. You guys know I love Cutter Crawford. Fantastic baseball name. Brady Singer with a 1.39 whip, which is a little lower than I expected actually at this point in the year. I like the Red Sox a little bit more in this matchup, but I don't love the minus 190. I mean, that's the tax you're going to have to pay for betting against the Royals right now. I don't think it's a game you want to play. I don't think it's a game you want to bet. 420 every day, man. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys jumping in. I'm going to keep talking about these games as much as I can if I have to do it until the internet craps out entirely. But I appreciate you guys jamming in here with me. Let's see. What's the best park conditions today? Because I saw Fenway Park was up there. Fenway Park, the humidity's good, wind's good, barometric pressure is good, plus 14% expected runs today. Great American Ballpark is probably where we'll look for the home runs today. Miami and Cincinnati game we looked at momentarily, but let's see. We didn't really look at this thing for any props or anything like that. Luke Weaver is the guy that you're going to target to give up the home run today. So probably just go with Soler if you want to pick a home run hitter in that one. I like Steer as well, but actually Steer against Braxton Garrett might not be a terrible matchup. You get the righty-lefty. Spears' splits are also pretty good against lefties, if I'm not mistaken. He's hitting .315 against lefties with 8 of his home runs. And so he's half of his home runs, but he has only a third of the at-bats against lefties that he does against righties. So he's hitting a lot better against lefties numerically. So if you want a home run in this one, Spencer Steer or probably just Soler. What's our Yurfie? I might stick with that Phillies game that got rained out yesterday. The one in the 105 game. I might stick with that. Because we liked it yesterday. That was my pick yesterday, and it got rained out. And so I might stick with it again today. Braves and Pirates, I don't hate. Chirinos against Keller. Like Yanni Chirinos, a guy who look, man, when he played with Tampa Bay, it got to the point where he would take over like 2 or 3 innings into a bullpen game and pitch 6 innings. So that's why you're going to see on the screen here, there were no starts as he got to the end of his tenure with Tampa Bay. And he hasn't had much more success pitching with Atlanta, but he has also had he's also been given the opportunities to start. So we'll take a look at these first 2 games and see what he looks like the first time through the lineup. Nothing there. And nothing there. Okay, so he is doing worse as we get through the games. That's important to see. So he's given up 3 or 4 runs, but it's getting worse as we go through the game. So we'll probably stay away from the Braves in Pittsburgh. I don't love that. Yurfie anyway. I do really like the Phillies Yurfie in Game 1. I think we'll get one. But we're switching Wheeler out. Zach Wheeler doesn't love to give up first inning runs, man. This is a tough one, but this is a tough one today. This is not an easy one. Maybe Cubs-Mets Yurfie. What's the odds on Cubs-Mets Yurfie? Did we get one yesterday in this one? We got 3 by the Mets in the first inning. Holland's out. That's why. I don't hate the Yurfie in the Mets game. Mets game or Phillies game? I don't hate either of them. Let's see. Yeah, I don't hate the Mets or the Phillies game. Don't hate it. I'm really far behind on the chat. But I appreciate you guys staying in here with me. Brewers Rockies. Brewers just rocked them yesterday. Minus 120 for Cubs Mets. That's not terrible, honestly. Those are pretty true odds. Like, you actually have a decent edge on those odds. No, I don't hate that at all. I think that's probably a good line for it. What about the Phillies game? What's the odds on the Phillies one? Cardboard, that's exactly what I'm thinking, man. He doesn't usually give up first inning runs. Both of them were dialed up for a start yesterday, Williams and Wheeler. The Nationals do like to jump out on the road too, so I think everything points to serious potential for a first inning run here. So let's go with the Phillies game. Let's stick with it. I liked it yesterday. I like it again today. Now we're looking at Colorado and Milwaukee. Milwaukee just destroyed them yesterday. I can't see anything different happening today. Kyle Freeland and Wade Miley, it is what it is, man. This is the Rockies away from home. Milwaukee's in a lot better spot, and they're a lot more determined to get a win in this spot. So I think it's Milwaukee's maybe a parlay piece at -1.5. Milwaukee run line. Probably just a parlay piece. -120 for the Phillies. Yeah. I'd say go with either of them. I'm fine with either. Hi, puppy. What's going on? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. H to the OV. I don't know. I'm looking at the rest of this lineup. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, we talked about. Rangers, Athletics. I don't know, man. Between me and y'all, we might go back for the Rangers over 4.5 today. I don't think Sears has played the Rangers yet this year. I forget if he has. But I usually fade left-handed pitching against the Rangers. Yeah, he gave up 3 runs. The Rangers destroyed him last time they played. And he gave up 4 runs before that. Rangers have seen him twice this year. I think this is a spot where we have to back the Rangers. You just do it. You have to do it against left-handed pitching. Their offense is way too good, maybe the top offense in the league. They've faced JP Sears twice. We don't have a lineup yet, but they faced him twice. He's been solid this year, but you'll probably get Rangers -1.5 as a popular bet today. I think Rangers over 4.5 is the way to go. I think they get 5 again today. I gotta go for it. Let's see if I can find it on this site. That's too damn bad. Let's see. Texas against. Yeah, 4.5 -130. I have it on this site at -125, and then on another at -128. I haven't. Bet US has to refresh, so I'll look at Bet US in a second too. But I have a few different books open in front of me, so I can line shop and see about where the line's going to be. But yeah, -125, -120 is probably where you're going to be for that. I don't hate that today. I think that's the way to go. I think we'll get it. So Rangers I like today. I like the Braves again today. I might just re-rack those two plays because I think we get them both tonight. Honestly, and we might take a look at the Rays, but I'm not sure with Michaelis on the mound if we're going to pull the trigger on them. But am I going to make a play on the Phillies game is the question. I have 4.5 or 5.5 for the Phillies total runs. I don't know. There's not really an angle I love on this game. I'll watch it. Obviously, I'll watch it. But this is probably not a game that I'm going to make a play on. I just had to make sure my audio mixer was working. I'll survive. I will survive. Yeah, besides that, I don't love any of the lines. Maybe the Orioles. Because the Orioles we're going to get, because Framber Valdez threw the no-hitter last time he was out. So we'll probably get a little bit better of a line. At 3.5 for the Baltimore team total against Valdez, dude, I don't hate that at all. Let's remember, he was not looking good before this no-hitter. And yes, a few guys after no-hitters recently have pitched really well in the game after. But I think if you're going to give us the Orioles at 3.5 in a game they might trail at the end, that this game might be 3-3 or 4-3 toward the end of it, I'll take it. He hasn't faced them yet this year. Much worse on the road than he is at home. Yeah. This is not a bad spot to back the Orioles. I forget what the Orioles look like against left-handed pitching. Let's check it real quick. Against lefties, they're slightly better, and their OPS is slightly better. And they have, let's see, about a third of the at bats and about a third of the home runs. So not much of a difference. Orioles lefties versus righties. I will say this. This is the only thing that leads me to believe the Orioles might actually be in a little worse spot because of it. When you have lefties hitting or lefties pitching, you're obviously going to load your lineup with righties. And in Baltimore, they moved the left field fence back, and it's a lot harder to hit a home run at that left field fence if you get to left center. So where we're going to have, whereas we're going to have more righties hitting today, it's a little bit harder at Camden Yards to hit a home run as a righty now. So that's absolutely something you got to think about when you look at this matchup. But Valdez doesn't give up a ton of home runs. He's a guy that gets nickel and dimed, gives up doubles and base hits. And so the Orioles are a team that can get rallies going. It's a little tough for them to hit with runners in scoring position. They're one of the worst teams in the league actually hitting with runners in scoring position. So that gives me a little pause. But honestly, we might go after it today. North Sports, yeah. This is something that I expect him to regress a little bit. But let's remember, like before that Orioles game, he looked, not really good. He did not look fantastic, especially on the road before that no-hitter, that is. So I think grabbing this at 3.5 is a good spot. This is a good spot to fade him because everyone's going to be thinking about, everyone's going to be thinking about the most recent game he had, which was his no-hitter. They're not going to be thinking about the games where he gave up 6 runs that was right before it. So I'll probably look a little more into that. But I think this is a game we can target. Let me see what the weather looks like there. It's one of the 4 best for expected runs today. I like that. Good pressure, good winds. All right. So that means we're looking at PNC Park, which looks good for runs today. Oriole Park, which looks good for runs today. And then what was the last one I said? Not Tropicana. What was the last one we were looking at? Atlanta, Texas. Oakland Coliseum, good pressure, but wind doesn't look good. Wind's going directly north, and I'm pretty sure Oakland Coliseum faces due west. Let's see. I'll check this real quick, actually. We're going to check on, now that I can use my phone, actually, I can check on my app where the wind direction is going to be going. And I'll show you guys on action where the wind direction is going to be going. Oh, that's right. We don't have internet on my phone right now. Let's see. All right, Texas and Oakland. The wind is blowing straight out, according to Action. I have to go to my OBS thing so I can see it. There we go. So that leads me to believe that 4.5 for the Rangers is a good play, and we're going to take it. Yeah, this I don't know why it's minus 15% expected home runs in this game, but they're 10 miles an hour straight out. I'll take it. So we'll get you're in Boston, it's humid. Man, dude, Northeast after a storm, it's going to be humid. Everywhere's going to be humid. So Fenway Park, that's why we have the humidity right here. We see the humidity is pretty high today. So the humidity and the pressure means that we could have home runs today. So I like it. What else do we got? So our favorites so far, I don't really know what to do with this Phillies game, man. I'm not sure what I want to do with this Phillies game. I would probably say just take the run line in the Yurfee. Maybe I'll play the Yurfee with you guys, but I don't know if I'm going to make a play on the first one. I know you guys will want one, but I don't know if I can make one. I'll have to probably wait a couple hours. Marlins, Reds, I'll stay away from. Twins, Tigers, I'll stay away from. Rays, I do like the Rays against the Cardinals today. Orioles over the Astros. I don't know if I want to go with the money line necessarily, but Grayson Rodriguez has looked good, man. Let's see. How have the Astros looked? How's their offense looked recently? Weird feeling, but Castellanos 2-home run day, K/. All right, let's do it, man. I would love to see Castellanos hit a home run. He hit our, what do you call it? He got our team total the other day. My fiance was next to me as I was watching the game, and I was screaming, check on your friends and family, because Castellanos just hit a swamp donkey. And, yeah, I just love the meme. It's like something bad is happening if Castellanos is homered. I love that the meme's going all the way around now. So I'm looking at the Astros' recent results. Their offense has been pretty good, a little spotty, but has been decent. Grayson Rodriguez has looked a lot better. He's going to get faded a little bit by the public because of his early season, but he has looked a lot better since he got back from the minors. I don't hate it. I don't hate the Orioles money line today, but I do think they score 4 today. Dude, I would love Castellanos to hit 2 home runs today. That'd be awesome. Braves Pirates. We know I like the Braves today. I like that total. I like the Braves team total over 5.5. I think it is. What do I have it at? I just assume it's 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 with some juice to the over. I'm okay with taking the Braves still. Oh no, you can find even money at some places. That's good. I like that. So we'll probably back them today. What else are we on? Royals, Red Sox, I'm staying away from. Blue Jays, Guardians, I'm going to stay away from again today, but we will look at it just in case you guys are thinking of playing it. I'll give you guys a lean, as I do. Kikuchi against Tanner Bybee. Kikuchi, obviously a bigger strikeout guy than Bybee. Basically, 2 pitchers you can't really put a difference between. So I'm going to side with the offense and go with the Blue Jays again today. Again, if this goes to a bullpen game, the Guardians have a much bigger advantage in the bullpen, but I'm going to side with the offense again today and go with the Blue Jays. I just don't. Again, I will probably just do that for the first 5. I know the Blue Jays got it done last night, but I still just don't trust their bullpen, especially if they're going with their second stringers, as it were, with their bullpen. I just don't trust it against the Cleveland bullpen. Rockies and Brewers, stay away. Yankees and White Sox, we haven't talked about. The club's all in front of your place, Chloe. I can't read the name Chloe anymore without thinking of that song. Like, I basically sing the name Chloe whenever I hear it. Fortunately, I don't have any friends named Chloe, so. Clark Schmidt against Toussaint. Toussaint, a guy who has actually really impressed me against some high-level talent. He got lit up against the Rangers the other day. If you take the White Sox today against the Yanks, I will call you bold, but I won't call you stupid. I don't hate this play, but the Yankees' offense is just much better, and I don't know if the White Sox can rattle off 2 against them today. I just don't know if they can rattle off 2 in a row. No Ramirez for Cleveland today. There you go. That's even more reason to take the Blue Jays. Plus 4,800 for Castellanos. See, it's 400 against Williams. It's your daily sprinkle. Go for it, man. Go for it. It's daily lottery ticket. Yeah, I don't. No, I'm not going to take the White Sox 2 days in a row. I'm not going to do it. Angels against the Giants. What happened in this game last night? I know it got weird at the end. The Giants had like a really good 9th inning. Yeah, 8-3. Yeah, that's right. John had that play. John crushed that play. Scott Alexander, Lucas Giolito today. I'm going to side with Alexander and the better offense, which is San Fran right now, or SF, because I know you guys in San Francisco don't say San Fran. I'm going to stick with the Angels to continue their struggles, and I'm going to side with the Giants again today. But that's just a lean. That's not like a love play, but the Angels have been just awful since the trade deadline. So I'm going to stick with the Giants again today. I think the Angels dropped to 500 at home on the season, and there's going to be some sirens going off in Anaheim once the Angels losing streak continues and they keep regressing back to what they really are, which is not a good team. And then they're going to end up holding nothing with Shohei Ohtani at the end of this thing because he's going to sign somewhere else. And whereas they could have gotten a haul, they're just going to miss the playoffs, and Shohei Ohtani is going to be somewhere next season, somewhere else, and they're going to be left with holding nothing. And I'm okay with it. Maybe it'll make the owners sell the team. So yeah, and then we get to the Rangers, which I told you guys I like the Rangers today. Mariners because I don't trust the Padres right now. Dodgers, you just can't trust the Diamondbacks right now. It's just not. It's not a play you can make. So yeah, I'm fine with the Rangers as well today. I think that's the rundown for it. And I appreciate you guys staying in. I'm just checking the Discord, make sure everything's up on the Discord. But I do appreciate you guys staying in this thing because this is just a weird day. But I'm really glad you guys stayed in, and I'm really glad I'm really glad we were able to get this thing off. So Nationals, Phillies. Let's go with the Yurfie there. Let me see what odds I can get on the Yurfie in this thing. I may place this right now with you guys. We'll just have a little sprinkle. I'll probably just put $10, which is 20% of a unit or 0.2 units on this Yurfie, just because I like playing it, and I think Schwarber will hit a first inning home run. And that was a good point. Who made that point earlier? That Cardboard made a good point earlier that these guys were ready for a start yesterday, and they've been chomping at the bit. Maybe their heads completely off because these guys prepare like fighters for starts, man. It's crazy. So having to do it 2 days in a row might be just throw them off. Let's look at MLB props for today. Will be a score in first inning. Washington, Philly, game 1. There it is. I got minus 110 on the yes, so I'll take that. 11 wins 10. Let's do that. I'll play that Yurfie with you guys. Okay, so we got the Yurfie on there. Marlins and Reds staying away. Tigers, Twins staying away. Rays, I like. Orioles, I like. Braves, I like. Phillies, Nationals, stay away from game 2 until we see game 1. Cubs, Mets, I don't hate that over. Again, I like the over 9.5 again today. I also am leaning the Cubs today. Blue Jays, Guardians, staying away, but leaning Blue Jays minus 140. Actually, don't hate that play at all. Blue Jays minus 140. I think it's a good play to make today. So maybe not staying away. Maybe take the Blue Jays today. Giants, I like. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, I'm staying away from. Padres, Mariners, I'll take the Mariners. And then I like the Rangers today. I still like the Rangers. I think it's a good parlay piece. I think they're going to get the spread too. Which teams did I Yurfie? I Yurfied the Nationals-Phillies game. First one, game 1. I liked the Rangers Athletics Yurfie, but I'm staying away from it probably. I think the Phillies Nationals game 1 is the Yurfie for the day for me. See 115 on Bet US. My Bet US is frozen for some reason. I can't get into it right now, so I had to use a different book. So I got 110 on a different one. That's a different offshore. But yeah, because my Bet US, when the internet went down, it just froze up and it hasn't refreshed for me. So I've just been going between different books. But 115 isn't bad, man. You're paying half a cent more. I'm fine with, or what, 5 cents more rather. I'm fine with that. Highest scoring team of the day is the daily special. Ooh, okay. Let's do this one real quick. Who's going to be the highest scoring team of the day? I have a hard time not saying the Braves. That's probably the best bet. Braves or the Rays. But the Rays against Michaelis, I don't love. It's going to be the Braves or the Rays. I don't think the Rangers. It's the Braves or the Rays, whichever you're feeling. I'll give you those two teams, and you just take one of them. You can't use FanDuel and DraftKings in Vegas. No, I cannot, K/. None of them are available in Las Vegas. You can only use offshores, obviously, like BetUS, or books that are here in Nevada. That's it. And so, when you have that, it's tough for me to find. Like, I can use Unabated to find lines for you guys, but they don't have lines for. They don't have line shopping for Yurfies and stuff like that. Did I still like the Cubs Mets Yurfie too? I did. That's a good catch, Budos. I did like that as well. Braves plus 1,300, and what's the Rays? And what's the Rays North Sports? Riverside, I'll get you in a second. I got you. What's the Rays for highest scoring team? Braves are 13-1. Dude, that's not a bad take. bad bet to make. Let's check this Mets game real quick. This Mets Cubs Yurfie, because I don't hate that either. I think we can get one. Will be a score in first inning. Chicago, New York Mets, minus 115 to be a score in the first inning. I don't hate that, man. I'll take that with you guys as well. Just my little donations. Riverside, I got you, man. I appreciate you. Sprinkle. 1,800 for the Rays. Dude, Braves at plus 1,300 is probably my biggest lane. 18-1 for the Rays. I have a feeling they could put up 8 today, and I don't think the Braves are going to get there. But I think the Braves will get to 6 or 7, absolutely. But I don't know if they're going to get to like 8, and for some reason I think the Rays can get there. So I'd say Braves or Rays, sprinkle it. Like half of what you would have put on it for both of them or whatever. Riverside, I appreciate you. I got you your rapid fire. So we'll do this real quick, and then we'll close this thing out. Nats, Phillies, we're going with the Yurfie, I guess, or the Phillies run line. Marlins, Reds, I'm staying away from. I'm leaning the Reds again today. But I think the Marlins, I think one of the Marlins gets a home run today. We like Steer on the Reds to homer today, though. But for the Marlins, who did I like on the Marlins? Was it yeah, it was Soler. It was Soler on the Marlins to homer today. Throwing 10 on the Braves being it. Hey, 10 wins, 130. Go for it, man. Twins, Tigers staying away from. Rays, I like the Rays today. Orioles, I think the Orioles get to Valdez today. I'm going to go with the Orioles as the underdog. Braves, I like today. Nats, Phillies game 2, we're staying away from. Cubs, Mets, I like the over. I like the Yurfie. I like a few things in that game. But I think we're going to see some hits in that game. Royals, Red Sox, staying away from. Blue Jays, I like today. Brewers, probably run line as a parlay piece today. Yankees, White Sox, staying away. I'm leaning the Giants today. Leaning the Dodgers, but staying away from the Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Leaning the Mariners, probably staying away. And then I like the Rangers as well today. There's your rapid fire, people. Guys, I appreciate you guys being in here so much, man. This is a lot of fun being just on Twitch and just talking to you guys on here and showing you guys what I'm looking at. So I appreciate you guys staying in. I'm going to go do some research, get you guys some picks. Of course, we have UFC coming up tonight. If you guys are in the free channel, then we might hook you guys up with some picks tonight. But if not, I mean, grab that daily pass. This is the day to do it, to grab the $20 daily pass into the pros and cash a little bit, because apparently there's some really good value in this thing today. According to John, Lewis, all these guys, there's some really good value on UFC tonight. So this is the day to join the pros, guys. If you want to do the daily pass, that link is in the Discord, obviously. So let's have some fun today. Let's have a good day. Let's make some money. Let's rob Vegas a little bit today. Guys, thank you for tuning in through all this. I appreciate you guys.
There's only one game that I actually care about, and that's the Bills.
College football, this is my bread and butter. This is what I know best. Let's go. That's another cover.